Hey everyone, this is Sal, and today we're going to look at the M16A3 assault rifle. So this gun is arguably one of the best in the game actually, but at the same time it does receive a lot of hate because people think it is overpowered. So I think the viewpoint that a lot of people take on is that this gun is overpowered and therefore there's no need to use another gun, which makes the game kind of less diverse because you're only using the one assault rifle and everyone ends up using it. So I think that's what people are coming from when they say the gun is overpowered and should be nerfed. Personally, I find this viewpoint a bit of an overreaction, because sure, the gun is good. It's a very good gun, it's a good assault rifle, it's good in a lot of situations, but I wouldn't say it's by any means overpowered. In Battlefield 3, every gun serves its purpose. While some might find their niche in a long-range firefight, others might find it in a mid or very close quarters firefight. So with every gun being good in its own unique situations, it's hard to say that one is the best. Take for example the FAMAS and the M16A3. Put those two in a very close quarters engagement, the FAMAS is going to win if both players are equally skilled. The reason for that being that the FAMAS fires at 1,000 bullets per minute and the M16A3 is at 800. So they do the same damage, higher fire rate, easy math. But then take those two same guns and put them long range, the M16A3 will take it easily just simply because the FAMAS has very high recoil. So if you put each of those guns against each other, they each have their strengths and they each have their weaknesses. So you can say the FAMAS is better at close range and the M16A3 is better at long range. You cannot, however, say that the M16A3 is better than the FAMAS or vice versa. So now that we have those examples under our belt and we understand them, let's go back to the M16A3 and try to understand why people think it's overpowered. So let's take a quick look at the weapon stats of the M16A3. So I did mention this previously, but the gun has a fire rate of 800 rounds per minute, which is very fast, so you can get those kills down pretty quick. The gun also has a reload time of 1.8 seconds with the bullet chambered, and 2.37 when the chamber is empty. Now that is very similar to the M416, except that when there is a bullet in the chamber, it is a tiny bit slower, but when the clip is empty, it is faster. The point being, this gun reloads like a beast. The vertical recoil on this gun is fairly minimal at 0.26. Now the horizontal recoil is 0.1 to the left and 0.4 to the right. Now this isn't particularly high, it is also not very low. Though I wouldn't recommend the foregrip, as this recoil isn't really that crazy, so I think if you can get used to it, then you can really utilize this gun to its maximum potential. This clip here is actually kind of funny, so I take out those two guys, I'm like, oh yeah right, okay, go in here, then we got, oh shit, pistols, we both kind of get caught with our dicks out here. Carrying on, this brings us back to the question of why is the M16A3 considered overpowered by so many players? Well, for one, it's a very popular gun, so a lot of people use it. So, okay, sorry, look at this clip. This guy glitching out hard. He doesn't die. So anyways, when a lot of people use a gun, a lot of people are going to die by that gun. Therefore, when someone dies, there's a good chance, well not a good chance, but a heightened chance that they died to the M16. Then they get upset because they're always dying to this gun and they call it overpowered. And this guy's still glitching out, still not dying. So but that answers one question, but the second question is why do so many people use this gun? The answer is simple. It's a very good assault rifle. It doesn't excel in any one situation, but rather it excels to a moderate extent in almost every situation. So this makes the M16A3 a very versatile gun all around, which is good because when you're playing Battlefield, you don't go into a game thinking, okay, I'm only ever going to shoot at people mid-range, or I'm never going to shoot at people long-range. That doesn't happen. You don't know. So when you're going into a game with a versatile gun, that will best prepare you for every kind of combat. So do I like the M16A3? Yes, I do like the M16A3. I love the M16A3. So this is one of the first games I really seriously used the M16. I got my first service star. I went 40 and 18, which is a pretty awesome KD. It was just a really awesome gun. And even though I wasn't used to the recoil, I was still finding myself doing quite well. So this has been Sal. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and you want to support me, I really appreciate it when you subscribe. So on the next page, music comes on, there's a red and white button. Thanks guys, see you around.